Have you ever seen a Broadway musical? Do you remember that moment right before all the lights go dim for intermission, when the protagonist, or sometimes even the antagonist, hits that note? The note that makes time seem incomprehensible. The note that could have just lasted for a single moment, or for 525,600 minutes, and I would be none the wiser. That moment first happened when I saw Wicked on traveling Broadway at the Bob Carr Theater in Orlando. It was the first professional theater performance I had ever seen, and I knew from the moment Elphaba belted her bold and beautiful "ah," there was no going back. I had been bitten by the jitterbug. Little did I know when I heard that first "ah," I was entering a community of people who experienced and even lived moments like this all the time. The community, nay, the world I was invited into was vast and all-encompassing. Performers, designers, builders, and audiences of the theater found a common thread in their need for each other. A need to perform and a need to intimately share the life of another to escape your own, even for a little while. I have had the pleasure of taking part in several different productions, ranging from a couple of theater nerds performing The Little Mermaid for our school, with Disney bounding as our only costume options, to the homecoming production of Cats. Yet there still has been no bond greater than the bonds I build with my peers and the people who decide they want to see our show. Part of what makes a show great are those few but glorious quintessential moments. In a production I was a part of, our lead and my counterpart had a monologue that he could barely scrape by remembering each rehearsal. When we got down to competition, I grabbed him by the shoulders and said, "Jax, you got this." And you would not believe he actually got it. No fumbles and no mishaps. You have never seen two people celebrate so ecstatically yet so silently in your life. And while those moments are vital to the show, each show is unique and personal mostly because of human error. I was also in a production where one of our secondary female leads accidentally spilled a whole tray of drinks across the stage and her lap. We were in the middle of a crucial scene, but we had to think of something, so I stayed in character and ran off stage, grabbed our crew mop, and made it work with the scene. And though we all took a solemn vow never to use real liquid in a production again, it made the scene funnier. While theater is amazing, I do not think it is the actual act of theater that brings people together. It is the vulnerability and the piece of yourself that you must break off and share with the audience every time you perform. Meryl Streep once said that acting is not about being someone different. It's finding the similarity in what is apparently different than finding myself in there. I believe that we connect with the theater so strongly because we are able to find a piece of ourselves in it, no matter who we are or where we are sitting.